Well, hey there. It's the most wonderful time of the year. So I'm out here setting up our Christmas decorations, and I thought, you know, I've never done a video about this little stocking stuffer or small gear items that'd be perfect during the holidays. So let's not do any more of this. Let's go inside and let's talk about a few of my picks. Welcome to Greg Morton Outdoors, the Christmas edition. Well, I was happy to take a little break from setting up decorations outside, and I'm sure some of you know exactly where I'm coming from. It can be kind of frustrating. Hopefully these gift suggestions that I'll give you today will make your holiday shopping a little bit easier for that backpacker in your life. So the idea today is to talk about a few things that are relatively inexpensive and make great stocking stuffers. So first up is the Ozark Trail collapsible cup. So I actually bought one of these probably 3-4 years ago for 93 cents. You know, I figured I'd want to have something to have, you know, coffee in when I'm out on trail. But during my Appalachian Trail through hike, this became a very indispensable piece of gear. And I'll show you what I mean. So there seems to be a trend right now to use these mugs like this for a lid for your cook pot, which you can do that, but you're not really saving that much weight. And I like having the little holes here so I can drain my food if I need to. But if you want to do that with your mug, hey, have at it. It's all yours. So the cool thing about this mug is, you know, it collapses to nothing. It weighs hardly anything at all. But it's great because it's silicone. You can have your coffee in this. I use this for a cereal bowl. Let's see, what else? I use it to rinse off my toothbrush, you know, put water in there and rinse it off. And I used it to scoop water where the sources were too shallow to use like my bag to kind of, you know, fill that up. So I would scoop with this, pour it in my bag, and it made things go a lot faster. Sadly to say that these aren't like 93 cents anymore. I actually got another one because it's $1.42. But yes, so number one, the Ozark Trail collapsible cup, available at your local Walmart. Next is a company that I never talked about before, but I've used just about all their grooming products, except for, obviously, their beard products, and that is Duke Canon. Duke Canon makes fantastic men's grooming products. They're also affiliated with about 4 or 5 veterans organizations, and I believe it's 5% of their profits go back to these organizations. So that's really cool. What I like from them for a backpacker is the Duke Canon lip balm. So it says it's offensively large sunscreen lip balm. And this one's a 15 SPF. They also have a 30 SPF. But let me show you how big this sucker is. Look at that. Come on, focus camera. All right. But you can get an idea how big this sucker is. I took a 30 SPF on the AT with me and actually on the Colorado Trail this year. It was the same one I used last year. I'm still using it now. There's a lot of lip balm to go through on this. So instead of getting like, you know, chapstick or Carmex or something like that for the guy in your life, take a look at Duke Canon. While you're there, also check out their soaps, their shampoos, their deodorant, their colognes, and if the person has a beard, check out their beard products. I highly recommend the Buffalo Trace soap and cologne. Hey, freeze-dried meals. Who doesn't like them? You know, and a lot of times, you know, we backpackers won't go out and buy something like this for ourselves. We'll skimp and we'll get some ramen or something like that instead. But you know what? If somebody else buys them for us, we'll definitely eat them. So this one here, I got at Sierra Trading Post. We have one in town. You know, you see the price there. $9.99, $10. So there you go. That's a perfect, little gift. $10. I think online they might be up to $11 now. But that's a great gift for the backpacker in your life. And he or she will definitely appreciate this. So if you're like me, you like coffee, you've got certain types that they're the only ones you want to have. And it really sucks when you have to settle for something you don't like. So an idea are, if your backpacker has a certain coffee they like, try picking up a box for them. I love the Cafe Bastille ones compared to Taster's Choice or Folgers. And a lot of times this is hard to find, especially if you're doing a through hike. So, grab it where you can. I think this might have been like under $2. So hey, this is great for a stocking stuffer. And trust me, a non-backpacker might look at this and go, what, I want to get them something like that to put in their stocking? No, I'm telling you, buy them their favorite coffee. They're going to love it. Guaranteed. So if you backpack, you've had blisters. I know you have. Everybody has. It's no big deal. We all get them. So if you're looking to get something for your backpacker, Leukotape. Sorry it's not in the box. This has been used. But Leukotape, Leukotape. I'll put a link below for some off of Amazon. This is the best thing ever when it comes to hot spots and blisters. And you can submerge this in water for days on end, which basically I did in New Hampshire and Maine. And this won't come off unless you take it off. Trust me. It's probably some adhesive left over there from the Cold War, from some East German, experimentation wing, and it probably causes cancer. But, what the hell? You only live once. Leukotape. Get some. Hey, who doesn't love a buff? These things, you can use them for everything. You can wear them around your neck. You can pull them up over your head. You can turn them into a hat. They make a great pillowcase for your camping pillow. I mean, you can use them to pick up your hot cook pot. And if need be, you blow your nose in them. Just an invaluable piece of equipment for any backpacker's, kit. I'd recommend if the person doesn't have a buff, pick one up. If they only have one, get them another one. There's so many different choices, so many different patterns. Definitely, buff is a good stocking stuffer. Most of them are under $20. Another good thing along that line, bandanas. This one is made by Ex Officio, and it has been treated with insect shield. This thing was invaluable for me on the AT. I would put it underneath my hat so it would hang down over my ears and on the back of my neck. And, to keep away those biting flies, those yellow flies, those flying biters, all that crap that you guys have on the East Coast that's freaking annoying. Yeah, this kept it off my back of my head and everything. So yeah, this is a great piece of equipment to have with you. Plus, you can use it basically for everything you can a buff. Yeah, absolutely. Bandana, can't go wrong. And along with that, Dirty Girl Gaiters. I waited until Delaware Water Gap to buy these, and I really wish I had them before I started the trail. On the East Coast and probably the West Coast, and I know here in Colorado, I mean, everywhere you hike, you've got crap that's going to get into your shoes. East Coast, it was a lot of, small pieces of leaves and sticks and stuff like that. Out here, it's sand, it's small rocks, pebbles. And I don't know how many times I had to stop and empty my shoes out before I got these. Total game changer when it comes to your comfort. Highly recommend it. Dirty Girl Gaiters, link down below. Speaking of flying insects and annoying things on trail, bug repellent. Always a good choice there. Nice little stocking stuffer, you know, under 20 bucks. You know, another thing you might want to look at, a small tube here of sunscreen. You know, these are things that we might not think of to buy on our own, but, you know, we'd really appreciate it if somebody else bought it. And lastly, along the same lines, this is the Dr. Bronner's, however you want to pronounce it. It's organic soap. So you can use this while you're in the backcountry and you're not going to screw up the ecosystem. It is fantastic, and you can use it for a million different things, from a shampoo to, you know, laundering your clothes to brushing your teeth. And I've got a video, and actually I mentioned this when I was on my AT hike. If you're backpacking, especially if you're stopping places that have shelters or vault toilets or something, get rid of your hand sanitizer, okay? This, I'm going to tell you right now, is a false sense of security, and it's bullshit. Get rid of it. Don't take it. Take the soap. And when you get done using the facilities, wash your hands. And the reason why I say that is a norovirus, you know, it's inside of fecal matter, animal and human. The only thing this hand sanitizers are going to do to combat that is it's going to sanitize the outside of the piece of fecal matter. Inside, down deep, where it's a microscopic piece of norovirus, that's all it's going to take to get you sick. All right, so even though you hand sanitize, guess what? You didn't wash anything off. It's still on your hands. It's just the outside of it sanitized. This, you're going to wash it off. You're going to get rid of it altogether. So there you go. That's an easy one right there. You know, and keeping in mind things like, you know, insect repellent. You know, what about some Peardon? You know, this is something right here that can make a nice, great little gift that we might not think about, but we're probably going to need to do it to our clothes and our gear. Along with that, you know, when was the last time that person waterproofed their tent and their waterproof gear? Couple items right there that, yeah, somebody would be happy to get those. Listen, I know this sounds kind of weird, but my family has done this to me for years. And at Christmas, I get new smart water bottles. That's right. They give me a couple bottles of smart water, and it's very much a tongue-in-cheek, nice little tradition that, you know, they get me the smart water bottles. You know, what the hell? Who's not going to want new smart water bottles? And honestly, some of you out there are freaking nasty. You've had that crap for years. Oh my God, get rid of it. Hey, so the last gift idea is definitely going to be more expensive than the other ones. And you know, who doesn't like a good pair of sunglasses? So this pair is made by a company called Shady Rays. And that they have become my favorite sunglass company. And I've got Ray-Bans and other things and Oakleys. Shady Rays are by far my favorite. The reason why is they have a lifetime guarantee. If you scratch them, if you break them, if you lose them, you can get them replaced for the replacement cost. I've done this a few times. I've had where the coating on the front wore off because, stupid me, when I put it in my fanny pack, it was rubbing up against stuff. Wore off the silver coating. Contacted Shady Rays. Cost me $8 shipping and handling. Got a new pair. So they've made it even easier now, I believe, where they have all of your purchases listed on their website. And you can go on there and just easily click, yep, this one, I need to replace this one, whatever. But let's face it, these could be the last pair of sunglasses you'll ever buy. Now, I know there's other companies out there like Smith and whatever else that have special deals with their sunglasses. I'll stick with Shady Rays. They're really not that expensive, especially if you can find sales, which they constantly have deals on their glasses. Take a look into them. I'll put a link below for their products. So there's just a few things that I had in mind for good gift ideas for backpackers in your life. Yeah, just some tips here from Santa Cottage. Well, I guess I need to get back outside and work on my Christmas lights, or I won't be able to wear this hat around the house anymore. All right. Merry Christmas. Talk to you soon.